So we made it to Fuji. It took me forever to line up the shot. I really need to invest in a tripod. Currently got it propped up on a backpack on a hill. But there it is. I want to find somewhere that was a little out of the way, so I don't have the pagoda behind me. I just didn't want to bug everyone with my annoying vlogging. But we're here. I have to say, I I don't want to say I've been like a Fuji hater, but like it's one of those things that you see like on T-shirts and on mugs and like on a bunch of memorabilia like that your whole life, and eventually you get to the point of like, so what? Like it can't be that cool. And I'm here to say that I was wrong, and it is awesome and so beautiful. It looks like if I saw that, I'd probably believe in God. Like my parents just like are like, hey, instead of Catholic school, here's Mount Fuji. I'd be like, oh, there's a guy up there. Um, I don't know if I can keep that in. Uh, but no, it is so beautiful, and especially with the pagoda and framing it, and like I'm gonna try to include some clips, but like I didn't realize it's just like comes out of the fields like that, and there's just like kind of nothing to each side, and like you're coming through these valleys, and you're seeing all these mountains, and then it's just Mount Fuji by itself, and it really just kind of highlights how important and special it is. Now I've been here for about 2 weeks, I think just shy of 2 weeks, um, and I want to do some reflections on my time. So, as you know, this is my first time here. I came here last time, but that trip was, my teacher's gonna be mad at me for saying this, but like more touristy, just in like not because of the way that it was handled, but you're there for a short amount of time. There's only so much time you can do things, so you have to hit these important locations, and you have to do things pretty quickly. Um, and that was an amazing experience. I love all the people that I went with, and it was really, really fun kind of going with a group of people that and having the guidance of our professors and other knowledge of people that were guiding us along the way. That was super, super nice, and is something that I think I cherish more now, because it's like trying to figure this out on your own, and you don't speak the language, and there's no one there to help you is a lot harder. Um, and then I think the other side of that is that you see a lot of Japan that you otherwise wouldn't see. I suppose you could do this, but it's just a lot more of the day to day, and I think that is sort of, I guess this happens to anyone anytime they leave the country, but like changes your perspective of where you're coming from and where you are now. It's interesting. I've met a lot of foreigners here from around the globe. Um, we go to like this one foreigner bar that I enjoy a lot. Um, it's interesting talking to people about America, because most people will immediately say they hate it to some extent. People like to bash on it for various reasons that I think are valid, and I share a lot of those beliefs. But they always highlight, they're like, yeah, America sucks for this reason, this reason, this reason, but you guys have this freedom that you don't get in other places. And I hate to sound patriotic, but I think that is true. It's something that I think we sometimes underappreciate, and like I think it's different than how I used to understand freedom. Like it's not like people in all these other countries are being like oppressed by their governments, but just sort of like the whimsy carelessness that comes with being an American, that I think you really sort of see in yourself here, is very interesting. And I think that there's two sides of that, where it's whimsy carelessness at the cost of not caring for each other a lot of the times. It's not that people are bad, but you care a lot. It's a lot of individualism, and go against the grain, and swim upstream or whatever. And I think that helps everyone to be an individual, and it's really cool for that reason. But also you see things like COVID, where we handle that, I think, pretty poorly, just because we just don't care about the collective in the same way. And like I said, it's interesting because it goes both ways, where it seems that people sort of feel confined to these boxes, and maybe they don't care so much that they are sort of put into this rigid system of rules. But you're able to But because of that, there's a lot of good things where, like, you go on a subway, and like literally today I was on there. There's probably 60 people. I don't know. It was very like completely full car, and it was silent, not whispering, not humming, not talking, silent. Just crazy. You could literally never get that in America, and I don't know that you'd want to. It's different. Which I guess all this is a roundabout way to say that Japan people are different. Cool stuff. Yeah, that's why you subscribe to my content. But it's a nice place. I think the other thing that I'm finding that I love here is just the day to day, where it's like here, it's like I wake up and I can walk 2 minutes and I'm at a grocery store, and I can get myself breakfast and lunch for about $12 for breakfast and lunch, coffee included and everything. And then it's another like 1 minute walk to the convenience store, the conveni if I want some other foods or whatever. And then it's a 10-minute walk to the train station, and I can get anywhere in Tokyo for $2 to $10, I'd say. Which I guess is another roundabout way of saying walkable cities are great. And it's not a thing that's unique to Japan. Of course, Japan has like the best public transit system in the world, arguably. Um, but still, that part's nice. Other things I've noticed about being in Japan, um, Studio Ghibli's right. I think like a lot of people sort of fantasize that Studio Ghibli life and the sort of childlike joy that it brings a lot of people that watch it. And being in a place with such cool geography and such interesting history and culture and this sort of magic spiritual world just makes things more interesting. It's like you're going on a trip and you see all this stuff and you just like you feel like people have lived here, people have loved here, people have died here. And I think that really adds a lot. And I think it just makes exploring these places so exciting. It feels like there's a whole world beyond there that you can explore. And I don't know, it's just I get it. I get it. I get why people are obsessed with Japan. I get why people want to keep coming. I get why they want to keep us out. My bad for being here. I do apologize. We sort of forced our way in. Um, but like one of the decisions I made here was I wanted to delete TikTok. It rots your brain. I know it rots your brain. I used it, 2, 3 hours a day back home, and I'm like, I need to quit. And what better time to quit than while I'm here? And I am not second guess at all. This has been great because you get on a train and you can see sights the whole way, or you're on a walk and there's just so much to hear and see and do that. It's like you don't really need it. And it's like if you're in a place where you can't really see anything, you're probably tired from exploring or working or whatever. So you don't want to just mindlessly scroll. You're gonna either be tired and do nothing, or talk to people, or just look out the window. And it's just been so pleasant just walking around and just being here. It's just a great place. All this to say, Japan's dope. Big fan. Glad I'm here. I I have been more homesick than I thought that I would be. I think I don't know. I just have a lot of very good relationships right now. A lot of very awesome people in my life that I love very, very much. And I love you guys very, very much if you're watching this. And it's so melancholy because I'm seeing all this beautiful stuff and I just want to be able to share it with everyone. And that's sort of why I'm doing this, is to be able to share it with everyone and sort of bring them into my world as much as I can. But I don't know. I'm just here and it's like I'm seeing all these things and I get so emotional. And usually it's happy emotions where it's like, oh, this is the most beautiful thing ever. I'm going to cry about it. Not like a lot, but a little bit of emotions. And then at the same time, I'm like, I miss everyone so much, and I'm so excited to go back. And it's only been 2 weeks, but and I don't know. I think that's a new thing for me. I don't know, not that anything special right now, but I'm usually so excited to be at the next place that I don't really miss the last place. Not for any reason. I just get very excited. I like to explore. I like to be in new places. I have ADHD, whatever, and that's still true. But I miss everyone a lot, and I wish they could be here with me. I'm excited to come back. Yeah, I've been doing like a lot of happy tears here. It's weird. I've been having so many emotions. I see like there's a lot of I don't think this is a Japanese thing at all, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm just walking around more. I'm just being outside more in places where people are, and I guess you don't really see this a lot in college, but I'm seeing a lot of like young families. It's just so cute. They have their little kids. The kids have little cute outfits, and the parents are in love, and they're in Japan. I'm sure they're really happy about that because what a great place. Yeah, I don't know. And so now I have all these emotions. And so that's why I've been journaling. I got this camera, which I already have taken like 8 photos of Fuji. I bet I look cool. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? Screenshot this. Chick. Pretty cool, right? And I got that watercolor, which I practiced with an old photo that I had taken. That I'm gonna probably go sit by this pagoda and go painting again. And I think that helps. Anyways, but I'm gonna go sit. I'm gonna eat my sandwich and my onigiri, and I'm gonna paint, and I'm just gonna be here. But yeah, thank you for being here. I love you guys. Have a great week. Sayonara.